What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, we back with Exploring the Flooring with my guy Sam, here with typical Dutch cultures that stands out to me as an American, part one. Definitely enjoy his videos, and I also have a chance. Definitely gonna be setting up an interview soon with my guy Sam, because like I said, loving the content that he's bringing and just showing us around the Netherlands as an American. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. Y'all make sure that y'all continue to send me more recommendations. Hey, hit that subscribe button, and let's see the typical Dutch cultures that stand out to him as an American.
If you clicked on this video, you most likely fall under one of three categories. You're either A, a Dutch person and thinking, what is this guy about to say about my culture? Or you're B, a foreigner that moved to the Netherlands and thinking, oh man, let's see if he experienced the same things that I experienced. Or you're C, someone that doesn't live in the Netherlands is just curious
Definitely
to know
C.
what are Dutch people like. And whichever group you're in, I just want to say welcome to my story of some of the things here in Dutch culture that were either shocking, confusing, frustrating, or downright funny for me. And no, we won't be talking about some of the cliches like Dutch directness or weed or the weather. As valid as some of those things may be, I do feel like some of them are a little overrated, but stay tuned to find out what's on the list.
I feel like those things, I definitely hear about. I've probably heard a lot about it, other videos, and they talk about those things.
Okay, the first typical Dutch thing that I have on my list that for me is quite strange is the combination of hagelslag, which for my English viewers is chocolate sprinkles with a piece of bread and butter. So basically the way the Dutch do this is they put the butter on top of the piece of bread and then sprinkle the sprinkles on top. And this is a thing that they eat for breakfast, but I think throughout the day as well. But it's really a typical Dutch breakfast thing here. And for me, it's just super strange. I have no idea how someone ever thought of this combination, but the people here in the country love it. But, you know,
That combination is different. I still haven't tried it. I posted before that I was looking for some Dutch like websites to order stuff from and stuff. And I think I seen those sprinkles before. So I'm gonna have to try those sprinkles. I mean, me personally, I'm gonna probably toast my bread. I ain't gonna lie, like I just ate some toast a while ago with some butter and some jelly. You know, I think as long as if I get the toasted, I don't know if I can eat it just plain bread. But if I toast the bread, I think it'll be good. You know, that chocolate, them sprinkles kind of melt a little or something like that, you know?
You know what? Don't take my word for it. Let's look like a typical Dutchie here.
That's a lot of sprinkles, though.
Okay, speaking of bread, my next point is how much the Dutch love bread. I mean, you guys eat bread all day, every day. To highlight the point, you know, I actually had a coworker that would show up for lunch with a loaf of bread like this and just have cheese and meat ready for him and just sit at his desk, and that was his lunch. Literally a whole loaf of bread that he would bring to his desk. It was the funniest thing in the world.
Now that would look different here in the States, because people be looking like, what, you finna go to work with that bread? Or maybe somebody would just leave it at their desk just in case, you know, they bring it. You know, people go to work and probably there's a toaster at work and stuff, microwaves, you know what I'm saying, but or a fridge. But that's different coming to work with a whole loaf of bread. My God, that's different. I mean, I don't know what type of sandwich combination you can make with all that.
His desk, and that was his lunch. Literally a whole loaf of bread that he would bring to his desk. It was the funniest thing in the world. To highlight even further, this is the bread section in the grocery store.
Dang.
And everything is gone.
That look like our Walmart.
And this is more bread, and more bread, and more bread, and more bread. Okay, so we cover hagelslag and bread, which might be some of the more obvious things that stand out in Dutch culture. But I'm sure you Dutchies didn't realize the way you guys say goodbye on the phone is also something that's quite unique. Case in point, here's an American goodbye on the phone. Okay, thanks, bye. And here's a Dutch goodbye on the phone.
Oh, zo top? Oké, top. Nee, helemaal goed. Oké, is goed. Oké, doei doei, joe. Ja, doei.
Now, something else that's been an adjustment for...
Hey, we be like, I think with certain people, I don't even say bye. I don't know. With certain people be like, all right, yeah. We say yeah and end the call. Maybe that's just me and my slang, of my blackness slang right there. Cause probably with my friend, I don't be like, hey, bye, guy. We be like, all right, yeah. And we hang up type of thing. But yeah, it's different. I do say bye to like my wife and my mom and everybody, you know, certain people. But other than that, friends and stuff, I'd be like, yeah. Maybe that's a strange way to hang up.
For me, is you guys' hours of operations. Outside of grocery stores, most things here in the Netherlands close around 6 p.m. or so. And in the US, that's definitely not the case. You get access to most things until around, like, let's say 8 p.m. or so on average. But here, a lot of things are only open during standard work hours. So when I first moved here, that definitely made me question a lot, like, how do people get things done? How do you do things outside of grocery shopping unless you're leaving work early? Just to give an example, I'm standing here in a little shopping center area in my neighborhood. And I'm gonna go around and show you guys a few of the closing hours outside of grocery stores. Here we have hours for the flower shop. You see open between 1:30 and 6, also open between 9 and 6, open between 9 and 6. Oh, here they close at 7, that's a little later. But you get the point here. This is a flower shop. Here we have another store, once again, closing at 6. Sunday, just not even open. This is a butcher shop, once again, closing at 6, closing at 5. And on Sundays, not even open. That's 3 places I just showed you, and all these 3 places are literally right next to each other. I didn't have to go out of my way.
I guess for workers, that wouldn't be bad hours, I guess, you know. Our store used to, after COVID, I believe they stopped the 24 hours of the store. Like, even our gym used to be 24 hours, and they stopped that. And one day I went on a Sunday and didn't know they closed at 8, and I went at like 7:45. Got like a 15-minute workout in, but the hours definitely have changed due to COVID. But 6 o'clock, I think people in the States will have a fit, because most of them are getting off at like 5, 6 o'clock. They're traveling far and stuff. Like, they will have a fit if certain places closed at that time. Like, I think so.
To find those 3 places. So I think you guys get the point. Something else that stood out to me in Dutch culture is how well-trained dogs are. It seems like a very random thing to point out, but I really feel like I cannot remember one time that I've been barked at or chased or anything like that here in the Netherlands. I feel like dogs are just so well-trained, they just mind their business, and yeah, it's as if you don't exist. Look, I'm about to walk past some dogs right now. Let's see how this goes.
They trying to play though.
Okay, you know what? That's a blooper.
Why did it look like she let go of the leash?
If you don't exist. Look, I'm about to walk past some dogs right now. Let's see how this goes.
Did she have the leash on? Let me see. Oh, he done slipped out of. Hey, them dogs pretty big. I mean, he said he haven't been barked at, and I would have took off. I probably would have took off running. Them dogs they are good size. They look like about my height. Well, no, these are little dogs. They look friendly though. They look friendly. If it was a little bigger, I probably ran. I remember getting off the bus at school one time and running from a little chihuahua, because the thing was coming at me like at 100 miles per hour or at 200 kilometers. I don't know how many kilometers that is, but the dog was chasing me, little chihuahua. And you know, the big dogs just bark. Little dogs, they about that business. And that little dog came across that street to get me. And I took off running until I realized it was the size of my shoe. Then I started walking and it was just barking. But you gotta watch those chihuahuas. They like to get your ankles. They get your ankles a lot.
Okay, you know what? That's a blooper that I
That
am
is
going
funny,
to leave in this video. Oh, wow. I guess, you know, they did not want me to make my point there. Okay, time to get off the road and talk about the next thing on the list. And this was definitely quite confusing for me when I first experienced it. And that's the birthday congratulations here in the Netherlands. For those of you that don't know, in the Netherlands it's quite custom to say congratulations to the people that are close to the person whose birthday it is. Mm-hmm. And you basically say congratulations, and then you mention the relationship that you have with that person.
Oh, wow.
So for example, if it's my mom's birthday, you would tell me congratulations with your mother. When I first experienced this, I really had no idea what was going on. And it was basically when it was my girlfriend's birthday about 4 years ago, and her mother texted me saying congratulations with your girlfriend. And I was just kind of thinking to myself, congratulations, like what happened? And to be honest too, at that time we weren't really even like official, so I was just kind of confused. Like, is she saying that she's my girlfriend now? And then she's telling me congratulations that she's my girlfriend, or did something happen? I don't know. I had no idea. But I ended up reaching out
That's
to
the first time I heard that one. I thought he was going to talk like the birthday song, but that's the first time I heard the congratulations.
She's my girlfriend, or did something happen? I don't know. I had no idea. But I ended up reaching out to my girlfriend and asking for explanation of what does this mean, and she explained it to me.
Funny.
And so, yeah, that was like my first time learning about this congratulations culture. But don't you worry. Now I'm a pro when it comes to Dutch birthdays. Here's an example of me showing up to one.
Hey Sam!
Gefeliciteerd met je vrouw!
Dankjewel! Leuk dat je er bent!
Dankjewel.
Helemaal uit Amsterdam!
That's a proud dad right there. That's a proud father-son moment right here.
Hey Sam!
Gefeliciteerd met je vrouw!
Dankjewel! Leuk dat je er bent!
Dankjewel.
Helemaal uit Amsterdam!
Ja man!
Ze zit hier in de ouwe. Kom hier, kom hier.
Jongens, jongens,
Jongens.
jongens!
Nice house.
Dankjewel hè, 60 hè, het is al heel wat hè. Maar leuk dat je er bent hè.
Dankjewel, dankjewel.
Nou, heel gezellig.
Hey, my guy speaking fluent Dutch out here. That's good. That's pretty good. I'm going to have to get him to teach me some Dutch.
Maar leuk dat je er bent hè.
Dankjewel, dankjewel.
Nou, heel gezellig dat je bent. Zet zo'n kopje koffie voor je.
Ja, dankjewel. Hey, we gaan gefeliciteerd met je schoonmoeder.
Dankjewel, jij ook gefeliciteerd met je
Dankjewel,
schoonmoeder.
dankjewel. Doe met je moeder man.
Sam, wat wil je drinken?
Now for this
That's
next
pretty
one,
cool.
I
That's
wasn't really
cool.
sure I was going to leave it as 3 separate things or classify it all under one umbrella. But the more I thought about it, the more I kind of realized I think this all kind of ties to the same thing. And that's basically here in the Netherlands, there's really not like a culture of praising others in a sense of causing a separation between one group or another. And what I mean by that, for example, attention to politics here. In my opinion, it's a lot less than what I saw in the US. I was here last year during the elections for the prime minister and the cabinet and everything here, or how they classify the cabinet here. And you will really have no idea that there was an election that just happened in the country. Once again, in my opinion, it really just seemed like another day in the country. It just came and went. Whereas in the US, it's pretty much like a whole large fiasco.
Man, I thought with the election, you would have thought they was finna have a boxing match or compete for the Super Bowl or something. That's how crazy it's been with the elections these days.
For months, even years, leading up to the presidential election. And, it really just made me feel like here it's just, it's politicians. They're just everyday people. They're here to serve the government. That's their job. Why should we make a big deal out of it? And furthermore, attention to service members, and service members as in people in the military. That's definitely something else that's not as celebrated here as it is back in my country in the U.S. In the U.S. we really have this culture of thanking people for their service and, give them all these discounts if they were serving in the military. But here, you don't see that at all. Once again, I feel like people just see them as, hey, yeah, you signed up for the military, that's your job.
Yeah.
That's the function in society that you chose to serve. And, thank you, of course, but we're not going to make it a big deal to separate you from everybody else or give you special privileges or special praise, etc. And last point that I have on this umbrella of not separating or praising others is celebrity culture. Here in the Netherlands, I don't really feel like that's also a big thing where if there's someone that's a celebrity that there's this big craze over them as it is
Like
in the U.S.
paparazzi
In the
and all
U.S., a celebrity's walking down the street, especially, like a city like L.A. or New York City, etc. There's just going to be large crowds following them everywhere, trying to get a picture. And here, I feel like that's just not really a thing. If a celebrity's out and about having dinner or something, then it's just cool, do your thing. I'm sure maybe some people will recognize them or maybe say hi, but it's not going to be a big scene as it is in the U.S. For example, I kind of had like a fan moment where I was at Pride and there was Tim Hoffman walking by, and I watch Bulls all the time with my girlfriend. And for us, it was like, oh my God, oh shoot, like Tim Hoffman. And so we walked up to him and said hello. But he was just walking by himself on his phone, AirPods in, super chill. And there was like no scene at all. It was definitely something really interesting for me. And yes, I did ask for a photo, as you can see here. Another big thing that was new for me here in the Netherlands is the amount that they love to plan here and the amount they like to plan in advance. For me, as I mentioned in the video before, I like to be a little more spontaneous, but that's not really successful here in this country. For example, hey Lynn, what do you think about going out this Friday after work?
This Friday, you mean?
Yeah.
No, this Friday I have this work thing going on, so...
Okay. What about Saturday?
Also coming Saturday, you mean?
No, this upcoming Saturday.
No, I also can't really do that. I already planned something, but what about not that Saturday, but that Saturday after, actually. 2 weeks.
Dang.
All right, another major surprise for me is how late the sun is out during the summer. Right now it's 9 p.m. and it's still this sunny out here right now in the Netherlands. I had no idea this country was like this. Coming from California, even in peak summer, I would say the sun is out until around 8 or so. So yeah, this is really nice. You have really long days.
That's
but on the flip side is that during the winter, it gets dark pretty quickly. So that's kind of unfortunate. But I'll take it right now for the summer. All right, that was it for part 1 of my typical Dutch video, where I'm talking about things that would you consider a culture shock were for me. This will be a 2-part video. So if you enjoyed the first part, please stay tuned for the next. Thanks.
I definitely got to check out the next one. My guy definitely got to make a part 2. This was good. Definitely new to the congratulations thing. The congratulations. I just like the fact he talked about new things that I haven't heard in other videos and stuff as well. So that's a good thing. But this was good. This was real good. Very detailed video. The dog thing, that was funny. Brought back some memories. Like he said, you walk around like dogs bark. Like if my doorbell ring right now, my dog is gonna bark right now. Like just because he hear the doorbell. So he thinking somebody, if it's one of us, he know like we got the key to open the door. But if he hear that doorbell, he know stranger danger. You know what I'm saying? So, but this was fun. I enjoyed this. Hey, y'all let me know what y'all think. These typical Dutch cultures that stands out. Definitely got to be aware of these things. But I enjoyed this. Hope you did as well. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Send down those recommendations. And y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.